guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Queen Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Temptation's Ballad. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go! Alright. Support? Don't be ridiculous. I exist to seed chaos and turmoil into the material plane. Why would I waste my time helping you inconsequential mortals with your petty thoughts? Huh, must be some sort of reverse psychology tactic. For example, I sense great envy broiling within you. Surely you are tempted to unleash it upon that knight friend of yours. What right does she have to be so effortlessly better than you in every way? Unleash my... Dude, Artemis is like the most humble person on this side of the earth. Exactly. Look at her, flaunting her humility while you're struggling with your own self-worth. I don't think you understand what humility means. Sid couldn't help but smile at the python's furious hissing. You're right, though. I've been feeling a little useless lately. But it's more of a me problem. It wouldn't be right to take it out on Artemis. I disagree wholeheartedly. Clearly your knight friend is flaunting her accomplishments with you out of malice. What else could it be? She's sharing her excitement with her friends because she's happy? Unlikely. Your awful emotions won't just go away on their own. You must take action. Sid chuckled and absent-mindedly began scratching Malice's chin. Get your hands off of me, you horrid... On second thoughts, chin scratches feel most satisfactory. Continue, mortal. Yeah, I probably need to do something about this whole jealousy thing. Clyde mentioned that I should focus on myself. I was hoping this would all go away once I do well in the brawling tournament later. Even if I don't win, I can at least prove that I can hold my own in a fight. The end goal is to be a contributing member of this adventuring party, right? Artemis isn't the enemy. Sid smiled and patted the snake on his tiny head. Thanks, Noodle. You give great advice. I can see why Cole keeps you around. Wait, this is the opposite of what I was going for. So stop. Feel bad. The two of them jumped to the start. A sudden outcry of yelling along with the arcane will of an alarm spell snapped them out of their conversation. What was that? Sounds like trouble. I'll go ahead and take my leave. Noodle grunted as he slithered down Sid's back. Why are your pockets so damn tight? My puny mortal's pockets are comfortably spacious compared to this disgrace. Sorry, all my pants are kinda tight. There's not a lot of stuff in my size. Oof! Mister, please, that man just started going crazy and attacked me. Where? I don't worry, little guy, you're safe with... Wait a minute. Huh? You! You're that kid who stole all our stuff and got us arrested. Hey, that's all in the past, mister. I'm a changed man now. Oh, whoa. Look at you. Hot stuff. A massive man armed with two short swords suddenly barged through the crowd. He was utterly fuming as he huffed breathlessly in their direction. That little fucker stole all my gold. Hand him over so I can beat some sense into that penny-pinching little shit. Starting now? Kid, you can't keep stealing people's stuff like this. You're gonna get hurt one of these days. Yeah, like right now. You're not gonna let the big scary shark beat me up, are you? I promise to be good from now on. The other man stomped his foot furiously. First off, I'm a fucking orca. Don't compare me to those dead-eyed, gill-breathing chums. More importantly, the foul-mouthed man jabbed an accusatory finger at the urchin cowering behind Sid. Don't believe a word from that lying landlubber. He came at me with the same sweet and innocent act. Ooh, me mama's sick and I need a few copper to buy medicine. And then he swiped my wallet and in a moment I looked away. Well, little urchins like me have to make do to survive, right? Sure you'd understand. Oh, I'll make damn sure you understand. Nothing like sleeping with a fish is to teach a man a hard lesson. Sid glanced between the shivering young boy and the fuming orca with a sigh. Alright, how about you hand the man his wallet back and then we'll hand you over to the city watch. You did trip the alarm spell on one of these crystals. We should be rushing over any minute. You should be able to set you up with folks that could help. Hey! The moment Sid took his eyes off him, the urchin's hands darted into his pockets. Before he could even blink, Emil was dashing down the street with a triumphant sneer. Ha! You suckers always fall for the same trick. What? My corn purse! I told you. I fucking told you, didn't I? Come back here, you little fuck. There ain't gonna be nothing left of you once I'm through with you. I will wait up! Oh my god. You little shit. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Alright. Emil dove past the ankles of the crowded streets with a satisfied giggle. The festival season was the perfect pickpocketing season. With so many people around, his pursuers were slowed down and tangled in the crowded streets. Easy money, easy getaway. Now then, what have we got here? A nice fat coin purse. This should satisfy those vultures for now. And what else? Huh? What's this supposed to be, a black rope? Unhand me, filthy tiny mortal! Who gave you the right to even think of laying your hands on an eldritch being such as I? Ah! Emil yelped and reflexively hurled the python across the street. A snake? Who the hell keeps a snake in their pocket? Is this a fad that rich blokes are doing to scare off pickpocketers? Gotta be careful next time. The crowd suddenly parted as a towering orca from earlier came barreling towards him. I've got you now, you filching little thief. Now hand over my wallet, and above throwing hands with a kid. Emil sneered with a foolish fearlessness only a young teenager could possess. Try harder, old man. The orca snarled and reached for his twin short swords, but not before Emil leaped forward and tossed a handful of sand into his eyes. Pocket sand! He snickers gleefully as the older man stumbles backwards, rubbing his eyes with a painful yell. You big folk always fall for the same tricks. I'll see you around. Come back when you've got more money to hand over to me. By the time the orca blinked the sand from his eyes, Emil was long gone. He growled and stomped his feet furiously. That little shit. Hey, where'd the kid go? He got away. I could have sunk my teeth into that fucker if you hadn't let him go. Shitty, soft-hearted little guppy. Now we're both stuck with empty pockets. The crew's gonna be right pissed if I come home without fulfilling our shopping list. Sid shrunk back. Sorry, I just didn't think it was right to beat up a little kid. I mean, if you even drew your sword on him. The orca smirked and brandished one of his short swords. Odd. The blades were awfully petite in the hands of this massive man, even for short swords. If Sid had to guess, they were originally crafted for someone much smaller. These babies are covered up with the protective wax that the festival committee are handing out to the brawling tournament fighters. The worst they do are a few bruises. And trust me, the little shit deserves worse. The orca peered Sid up and down in an appraising manner. He took particular interest in the lineus at his hip, shrunk into its smaller axe form. The name's Rainier, and I've got a proposition for you. And you can't say no, because you lost all me gold. Sid gulped as the man flashed a toothy grin. You seem like a strapping young lad. You joining the brawl today as well? Yeah? Excellent. Listen here, here's what we're gonna do. That brawling tournament's got a hefty cash prize, yeah? The two of us are gonna team up, wipe the floor with every landlubber that stands in our way, and earn our money back. Problem solved. Is that even allowed? The orca sighed. Just because the tournament's a free-for-all doesn't mean nobody's gonna team up. It's just a sound strategy, yeah? I'm doing you a favor here, little fish. Every year, the more experienced folks coordinate together and kick the absolute shit out of the newcomers. You would be eaten alive if you entered that tournament alone. Rainier grinned and thumped his chest proudly. Luckily for you, the famed captain of the esteemed Irontail will have your back. Irontail? As in the pirate ship? Wait, are you a pirate? The orca scratched his nose with feigned bashfulness. Officially, we're just another hired security vessel in the high seas. Some over-imaginative bards may have sang songs about our more unofficial deeds, though. It's all unconfirmed, I tell you. My ship runs a legit business. Sid took a step back nervously. I don't know. My mom's gonna be real disappointed if she finds out I'm working with pirates. It's a pretty bad look. You ain't got no choice, lad. You lost all my shopping money. What am I supposed to tell my crew now that we ain't got gold to restock the brandy supplies? You really want a crew of cranky, sober sailors on your ass, boy? No. I didn't think so. So haul your ass over to the brawling tournament and get ready to fight for your life. What's your name, lad? I'm Sid. Sid, huh? Well, get ready to be the next co-winner of this year's brawling tournament. If not, you're gonna end up mopping the deck of my ship till you pay off your debt. You got it? Wait, don't I get a say in this? Nope, none at all. See you at the tournament, kid. Sid gaped in bewilderment. I really need to stop getting roped into horrible situations. By the way... Ah! That filching shit dropped this weird screaming worm in the street earlier. Is it yours? Unhand me, you horrid creature! I will not stand for this indignation! Noodle! I completely forgot about you! Small Python bolted onto Sid's shoulder, trembling with trepidation. They've been trampled on and abandoned like some unwanted house pet. This is truly the worst day of my immortal life. I just want to huddle back to my puny mortal's comfy, spacious pockets. Sid smiled apologetically as he scratched Noodle's chin. Oh, don't worry, little guy. We'll get you back to coal in a bit. He turned towards Rainier apprehensively. Rainier. You can call him Rainier. Thanks for returning, little guy. I guess we'll see you at the tournament then. Sorry if I end up weighing you down. Renier smirked. Worry not. I'm certain I have the strength to make up for all your shortcomings. After we win, I'll be sure to buy you a drink. Despite this whole mess, it's always nice to meet a cute lad like yourself, eh? Huh? Sid's face flushed with heat as the orca winked at him. He had hardly processed his words before Renier fled into the crowd with a toothy grin. Sir Sid, there you are! I've been looking all over for you. Artemy waded through the packed streets and frowned at him. Sir Sid, are you all right? You look very red. Sid's mind was scrambling as he struggled to compose himself. First cold, then Clyde. Now this pirate guy? Why are all these men flirting with me? Malice poked his head out from Sid's pocket. Have you considered the possibility that you're an attractive young mortal? Sid's face flushed a bright shade of pink. That can't be it, right, Artemy? The knight frowned awkwardly. I'm afraid I am not much help here. Perhaps it is due to my isolated upbringing, but I do not fully comprehend what qualities make an attractive man. Right, of course you don't. Artemy suddenly beamed gleefully. Wait a moment. I've read a book about this exact situation recently. I believe you are forming what is known as a harem. Sid nearly choked down his own spit. What? What kind of books are you reading? Yes, this is exactly as the novels described. Artemy nodded sagely. You must remain vigilant, Sir Sid, for your group of enthralled suitors will soon develop what is called a love triangle. You will have to contend with bouts of jealousy and internal strife amongst your love interests. Most of these issues are easily resolved through clear communication and ounce of maturity, but you will frustratingly fail at both. The heat flooding Sid's face slowly dissipated as the ridiculousness of the situation took hold. I don't think I'm the protagonist of some trashy romance novel, Artemy. Artemy spluttered and clutched her chest hurtfully. Trash? It is literature, Sir Sid. The narrative is utterly captivating, and plenty of people enjoy this genre for the plot. Wait, in one afternoon alone, I have read through 4 of the books in the series. Sid's jaw tightened, and he found himself straining a smile. 4 whole books, huh? You sure read fast. Oh, yes. It is one of the few hobbies I have time for between my training regimen. I am currently scouring the city for the 5th book of the series, but it is nowhere to be found. It is confoundingly absent from Sir Marrow's collections in the public library. Artemy sighed woefully. The suspense for the next story arc is almost unbearable. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, where's Cole? We're supposed to meet up and get ready for the tournament, aren't we? Sid instantly felt bad as he cut off Artemy's excited rambling. The knight looked crestfallen for a moment before quickly shaking it off. Cole is undoubtedly attempting to seduce one of the adventuring tourists right now. I shall go grab him. Sounds good. I'll be with you guys in a bit. The moment Artemy left, Sid hung his head low with a sigh. I got snippy with her again. I didn't think this would bother me so much. Town Square, sporting arena. After a bit of crowd shuffling and a one-sided, tearful reunion between Malice and Cole, the gang managed to reunite in time for the festival's opening ceremony. The sporting arena was already flooded with excited visitors and locals squeezing into the viewing booths by the time they arrived. Festival organizers were rushing across the field to set up for the jousting tournament, while others were hastily handing out vials of protective wax to the brawling participants. Nobility were comfortably seated in one of the viewing towers and attended to by flocks of servants. Artemy gawked at the grand arena with fascination. Such a massive space for spectacle entertainment. There was never anything like this back in the church district. Finding seats will prove difficult. Behind her, Cole was complaining loudly, as usual. I can't see shit! Sid, carry me again. People keep stepping on my tail. Right, I got you, boss. Artemy poked her head into one of the viewing booths with a delighted grin. Ah, there are empty seats here. Cole groaned in relief as Sid carried him into the cool shade of the booth. The scorching sun beat down on the arena with such intensity that wisps of heat were visible in the air. It's great luck that they managed to find seats minutes before the opening ceremony. The 3 of them wiped the sweat off their brow and settled into their booth. It took them a solid minute to realize that they were not alone, and that the booth smelled strongly of delicious garlic cheesy bread. Oh, hey, kids! Oh, it's her again. In the back of the viewing booth, Agatha, the former arcane researcher, beamed and waved a cheese-covered hand at them. She tried to greet them through a mouthful of the most ludicrously large garlic breadstick they'd ever seen. Miss Agatha, are you here to watch the tournament as well? Aren't you supposed to be working right now? And I thought vampires were allergic to garlic. Agatha scowled and continued wolfing down her basket of bread. First off, not all bats are vampires, you uncultured heathen. Secondly, I'm on my lunch break. The organizers complained that my security crystals were too much of an eyesore and forced me to move them all before the event. Can you believe it? It should be illegal to work an old lady to the bone like this. Cole squinted at her doubtfully. Isn't Wes the one who carries all the crystals? Yeah, and I watched him carry all the crystals. It was exhausting. Alas, I am a public safety enchanter. This is a burden I must carry. Fancy seeing you all again, though. You're here to watch the tournaments? We're participating, actually. Ah, I see. Agatha sighed and munched down another slice of cheesy bread as she peered out into the crowd. There's an awful lot of parents bringing their kids to watch contenders beat each other to death. Not sure why the festival organizers don't put an age limit on these kind of events. I surely wouldn't bring a child here. My papa brought me to illegal fighting rings all the time as a kid. Nothing quite gets my blood pumping like cheering him on as he wipes the floor with a dozen fighters in a row. Agatha glanced up towards Cole with interest. How gruesome. Though I suppose it'd make for a decent father-son bonding activity. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribing, that notification bell. Leave a super thanks. If you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.